Okay, we're Team 6, and this is our sprint review number 2. We're just gonna start off. I'm Paul, and I'll be conducting this meeting. We wanted to keep things really relaxed and just start with a really good conversation. So we set ourselves for this sprint, we set ourselves with the tasks of identifying the textbooks, creating a course outline, and then reducing the busy work. And so we just wanted to report that progress that we've made, and everyone has made significant effort in getting that done. It's been a little tough because we've had a lot of people in different places, someone out of the country, and but we've done really well at communicating, and I think that I wanted to start off by congratulating us on the amount of commitment that each of us has made to this. So thanks, you guys. And then we'll start off now by the textbooks. So I'm going to turn the time over to Joel and have him discuss with us how it was finding the textbooks.
Well, the part that I have been assigned, or I decided to take over, is finding something that can help us, the students, to understand what is a Scrum as an agile technology, and also make this type of a concise, because otherwise there are many opinions out there, there are many points of views that ultimately cause some confusion. And so it is better just to base things on a single guide. And I found the guide that Paul was showing on the screen, that is called the Scrum Guide. And it is called also the Definitive Guide to Scrum, the Rules of the Game. And doing the research, I found interesting that this is by Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland, that are pretty much the founders of the Scrum, the inventors, or the people that they adapted this methodology. Now, it may seem pretty easy or pretty relaxed, but this is the most concise guide that I found. It's only 16 pages, and it explains everything, the main points about Scrum. This is taking into consideration that one semester from BYU Idaho will not make the student a project manager expert. So this is something that is based for this course, but also, probably one of the conclusions at the end of the project will be that will be the project management 1, for instance. So to have all the fundamentals and all the basics that we need for waterfall and Scrum, and then another optional probably course that it will be project management 2, the advanced course in the series. But I found it, over the internet. I was doing research. I was watching YouTube. Was watching Mr. Sutherland explaining, and there are pretty good books. But we think that we don't need a book that is 400 pages that the student needs to digest in only 4 to 5 weeks. So I opted out, and we opted out for using this concise guide to Scrum.
Excellent. Thank you, Joel. So as you can see, it's only 16 pages long. So yeah, very concise, but really the goal of it, as Joel said, is to really internalize the material. And then we have the second book, which is Project Management Body of Knowledge, 5th edition. It's the same one that's on the course syllabus. So, but we wanted to move it down from having so many books to just these 2, because we feel like we can really focus on these. So next, we'll talk about the course outline, and we'll have Taryn discuss with us the course outline and what went into that.
Yeah, so I just did the first half of the course for this outline, and so I just took that project management, the book that Paul just showed, and I went through and I just kind of read through some of the chapters, and it's super straightforward, and I just kind of picked out what chapters would be helpful during the waterfall section of this class. And so, for example, chapter 1 or week 1, we would go over chapters 2 and 3, which talks about the key concepts of project management and initiating a project. Week 2, we would learn how to plan the scope and plan the schedule, and so on and so forth. Week 6, we would learn about monitoring and controlling the scope, monitoring and controlling the schedule, and monitoring and controlling cost. So this way we would have a more straightforward, it's very sequential in its order throughout the semester, so that you know that you're building on what you've already learned about the week before.
Awesome. So this is just awesome. We're really grateful for the work that Taryn put into this, and I think that it really does offer itself to being more concise and a better learning opportunity for us as students, so that we're not worrying about, like week 1, for instance, was pretty rough, at least for us, because there's so much to be done, but it spanned a lot of things. So this is more streamlined, and that brings us into our final point of this sprint, which is reducing busy work. And the 2 points previous really were the key to reducing busy work. The difficulty we had is that we needed to define busy work, what it was, and really we felt that busy work is simply that work that really wasn't necessary for the concepts being taught that week. And so we planned to take out that material that just wasn't necessary. So we've really brought back or taken out a lot of those pieces that we felt like didn't need to be done, like having 3 papers due in 1 week. We felt that was too much, and just make it, 1 paper where we can really focus on what we're learning, instead of just kind of skimming enough to where we can kind of throw a paper together and then go from there. So we did really well on this sprint, and we stayed ahead of schedule for the most part. You'll see attached in our burn down chart, that material. So yeah, this is what we did, and I'll open it back up to the group. Is there any other thoughts or impressions we want to discuss?
Well, I think along the lines of the busy work, like you were talking about, I think less is more in that case. And having less assignments will help us focus on the important topics a little bit more than just trying to get a shallow understanding of 5 different things in 1 week. So I think that's our main goal there, is to focus learning a little bit more.
Yeah, reducing the busy work would also allow the student to have more hands-on experience, right? Dedicate more time to apply the things that he's learning or she is learning, rather than just overload the student with a lot of assignments and little time to apply those concepts.
I definitely agree with that. I think that, by reducing the busy work, the students, people that take this class in future semesters are able to more focus on actually learning the stuff and being able to read the book. Now that we have, defined textbooks, they're able to say, okay, this is exactly where I find this information to complete this assignment, and then this assignment's going to help me on this test, and it's all connected like it should be.
Awesome.
Yeah, streamline it like you were saying, Paul, just to make it all a little more clear.
Right. And I know we've all kind of been frustrated with the way the course is set up now, but we have a new teacher, and he's got new goals, and I know he's going to do a lot with the, in our discussions with him, he was wanting to do a lot with this course. So hopefully we can help in some way. So, all right. Good job, team.
Thank you.